What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another daily update on VeChain. Today is Monday, May 24th, 2021. I kind of want to dive in on a couple things on VeChain's Twitter page. I think they have some interesting things going on today, so let's jump into it. All right, so starting off, VeChain's Twitter. So the VeChain Foundation has a couple new things that I'm going to touch on today. The first thing is they are currently on Uphold. So if you don't know what Uphold is, it is a exchange where you can buy and sell various cryptocurrencies. I currently have an Uphold account. I think it's very user-friendly. It's very easy to use, and I'm glad that VeChain is introduced to the Uphold community. Hopefully in the future, we'll see VeChain be supported on Coinbase. I think Coinbase is one of the larger exchanges, and I think it's something that would be worth noting if it got listed on Coinbase. So it is on Uphold, and you can buy and sell on Uphold currently. All right, so going on Uphold's website, you can see they have a nice little description about VeChain, what VeChain is. So it talks about VeChain. It is the native digital currency, or VET is the native digital currency for the VeChain enterprise blockchain. It kind of talks about different things, their proof of authority. It kind of talks about what the price is and currently how to buy. It's very simple. If you guys don't know how, it kind of explains it all on this Twitter page. So pretty interesting stuff. I think that's very good for VeChain. They're getting exposed to different exchanges and different communities around the world. And they are currently on multiple exchanges. So it's growing by the month, which is awesome for VeChain holders. All right, so jumping back to their Twitter page, this is what I really wanted to touch on today. And this talks about, if I can find it, right here, this DNV Assurance. So it says, from quality to social, environmental, or ethical integrity of a product, brands are struggling to share their efforts and investments. MyStory helps bridge the trust gap by providing consumers instant access to verified facts. So let's go ahead and click on this. This is pretty interesting. They listed this 12 hours ago. So if you click on their website, you can learn how, read more here. All right, so this is called MyStory, a blockchain-powered digital assurance solution. So we all know supply chains are becoming more eco-friendly, and consumers are wanting to know that companies are being honest and truthful in the way that they are transporting, manufacturing, storing all of their different products. And this can be clothing, this can be food products, pharmaceuticals, whatever it may be. But VeChain is actually working with them to kind of show this transparency, and I think this is very important. So it talks about it on this first paragraph. Consumers are increasingly looking to the products they buy to confirm brands' promises to be honest and responsible. This is so important, especially in today's society. Our consumers, they want to know where their product's coming from, what it's doing, where it's at. Every second of the day, they're checking their apps, whether they're tracking it through UPS, the Postal Service, Amazon, FedEx, whatever it may be. They're always checking it. So I think it's really neat that you can use blockchain technology to scan for, say, a QR code, as it mentions. The consumer, through a QR code, can scan and can dive into the aspects on their smart device. That is very neat. I think it gives us a play-by-play of what's going on. So it says, where blockchain enters the picture. Companies today are under pressure to manage performance and value chains in a sustainable, that's a very important word, sustainable and transparent way. At the same time, supply chains are evolving, augmented by digitalization, the Industry 4.0 revolution, evolving regulations, and increasing consumer power. So it goes on down here to kind of mention MyStory as a service. So what they do, it says MyStory as a service will help companies with data collection, access to product information for consumers, enterprise and product ID issued, product story shared in the MyStory D app. So this is really neat. I think this decentralized app is going to be huge. I think VeChain will be a big part of this. Verification of activities of data stored on the blockchain. So VeChain is actually working with these, and they have pilot projects, it says. So MyStory is currently being deployed in projects together with companies in various geographies and industries, such as telling the story of Italian wines from grape to bottle. So essentially, you can scan a QR code and look at where this wine came from. You can see exactly what part of the land it came with from Italy. You can go ahead and look at what different ingredients are in it, how long it took to process, where it's at, how they ship it, a ton of different statistics and facts about the wine. And this goes to show you that they can do this with about anything: pharmaceuticals, clothing, food. It'd be nice to know where your food came from, your chicken or your eggs, whatever it may be, your beef, pork. Be pretty interesting stuff. So blockchain-powered digital assurance solutions. We also use blockchain-powered digital assurance solutions and ecosystems. That's a tongue twister. Alrighty, so documenting the journey and freshness of ready-to-eat meals. That's really cool. Improving patient safety at hospitals. So for those of you that don't know, I am very bullish on this. I myself am a physical therapist, and I think it's very important to know what is going on with various patients. So they have the ability to use this type of blockchain to look at their patients' charts and kind of get a larger picture of what's going on. So for example, if you're going to the hospital, you may not always know, or the doctor may not always know what's going on from your previous hospital stays without really diving into your medical history and medical chart. Especially if you go to different hospitals, it can take a while to get things faxed over. But imagine using your blockchain to really kind of have your medical info stored. I know this is a long shot, but just think about it. Imagine having your medical info stored, and you can easily access this with a digitalized password or a facial scan, something like that, a QR code of some sort. I just think that would be really interesting, and I think they're gonna to really kind of dive into this a little bit more. They're gonna need a lot more patients to be willing to give up their info. But interesting stuff. So they'll also utilize digital low carbon ecosystem, which is incentivizing consumers to be proactive in reducing at an individual level their carbon emissions related to mobility. Now, for you, those of you that have been following the news lately, this is something that is going to be big in the next coming years, next coming decades, is the reduction of carbon emissions. So related to mobility, so cars, trucks, trains, whatever it may be, things are going in a more eco-friendly manner. We're going to be transitioning to cleaner energy, electric cars. So Tesla's really big on this. Ford just is going to be releasing a truck that is, energy efficient. So this is going to be big, and I think VeChain could have a big part in this. So with that being said, I thought this was a neat article. If you have the time, it's a quick read, but I think it'll give you a better understanding of what VeChain can do and what they are currently doing with different brands and companies. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the price action of VeChain. So here on CoinMarketCap, we currently have a Bitcoin dominance of 43.8%, Ethereum dominance of 18.4%. Total volume for today is $210 billion in the 24-hour volume. Now, looking at VeChain, Bitcoin actually made a nice little recovery today, and so did the kind of market in general. Bitcoin's back up to 38,000. But VeChain fell a little bit. We're still kind of rebounding from this big dip we had last week. We're currently sitting at 11 cents. Oh, just dipped down about 10 cents, but dropped down to the number 20 spot on CoinMarketCap. But you can see the 24-hour change. We're up 27%, which is good. Okay. So the volume has been down about 14% now. You can see right here we have a 24-hour low of about 8 cents, 24-hour high of about 11 cents. Let's go ahead and pull this up on the one-day chart. So as you can see, this past day, starting from, earlier this morning. So we've been trading around that 10-cent mark since early this morning. And you can kind of see we built up a nice little resistance around this, or support, around this 10-cent mark, 10-cent range down here. We're kind of consolidating, trading sideways, but hopefully as Bitcoin continues to move upwards, we will be seeing a nice reversal from VeChain. So the market in general kind of rebounded today. There were some big runners. VeChain can hopefully be one of those in the near future. And like I said, as more people start to see what's going on with VeChain, I think they'll get more interested in it and start investing in it a little bit heavier, which will hopefully move the price up a little bit. But okay, guys, that is all I have for today. If you guys like this video, please drop a like, subscribe. It really helps me grow the channel, stays motivated to make more videos for you guys. And let me know down below, do you have any holdings in VeChain? If so, are you bullish on it? Do you think it's going to be something that is going to be big in the future? Or you think it's a quick little play, short-term play? let me know what you guys think. I'm currently holding VeChain for the long run. All right, guys, let me know. Peace.